Welcome to the Oh Hell Yeah podcast.
And we're back in Spider House Rules Studios. Oh, hell yeah, we're going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Unless there's a nuclear bomb.
Yeah.
And even then.
We're cockroaches, baby.
Even then, I think
we will survive.
I think so. I think if there was a zombie apocalypse, I think we'll figure out a way.
Yeah. I had a dream there was a zombie apocalypse recently.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty calm about it. I don't know why.
What do you mean? Are you serious? You had a zombie
Yeah.
apocalypse? Well, what happened?
I don't really remember that much. I just remember it was happening, but I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, man. And if that isn't a statement on the state of our current news situation, I don't know what is.
Nothing's really happening out
Nothing's
there.
happening.
Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happening.
Listen. The shame about a podcast that somewhat talks about relevant current events is that we're never going to be on time. We're never going to be on time. We're never going to be current.
And we're never going to be informed, insightful.
We're going to be obsolete. Like right now, whatever we talk about right now and tomorrow, who knows?
It's not going to matter.
It doesn't matter. But I will say,
we're going to bank a couple episodes before I go to Italy.
Oh, God.
God knows what's going to happen in those 2 weeks.
We need to just make those personal stories.
Yeah.
Anecdotes that have no relevance to today's news cycle. I will say, as much as I loathe the president, and I think he's a tyrant and an orange bronzer.
Unless ICE is listening, in which case
we
support everything. It's a big, beautiful...
I think we need a tyrant.
Big, beautiful president. Big, beautiful king.
Yeah, I think we need someone who can take off the belt and give us a whooping.
Yeah.
We need it.
Yeah, I want the president to spank my little bottom.
Daddy Prez, please spank
my little bottom.
With tariffs.
We're always saying that. We say that a lot off pod. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. But I literally was watching CNN on the way here, which is fake.
Fake news, yeah. The lamestream media.
Yeah, with Anderson in my pooper.
Yeah.
Which would be a great porn name for Anderson Cooper. Anderson, my pooper. Jake, tap that ass.
Jake, tap that ass. Wolf, blitz her.
Jake tapped her.
Jake tapped her.
And
Wolf blitzed her.
Wolf blitzed her. Jake tapped her.
Don Lemon Party.
Don. Oh no, he's an older man. It's almost really works. Anderson in my pooper. Running out of people that I know on the network.
I'm running out of news personalities.
Well, let's just talk about. There's Walter Cockright.
Cockright.
Yeah. Okay. We're back on. Back on.
Brokaw. Dan Brokaw. Dan
Brokeback. Man.
Brokeback.
Mountain Man.
Bareback. Dan Brokeback.
Down bareback.
Down bareback.
I mean, the good people at Brazzers, get on that.
Get on it.
God. Anyway, whatever's happening right now in the news cycle, I will say, if I was literally just watching the news right now.
Connie Chung-hole.
Connie Chung-hole. Connie Chug.
Connie Chug.
Connie Chug. Dong? No, is that racist?
Yeah, this is starting to feel racist.
No.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I wish we were a live show because I need newscasters right now. I don't know any.
Somebody tweet at us.
Oh, Aaron Burnett, Aaron Buttnet.
A-hole around.
Anyway, the president, apparently there's a ceasefire right now.
I saw that.
And the president on ABC News said there's a ceasefire right now.
I like that.
And then the newscaster or the journalist asked the president, how long will the ceasefire last? And his quote, and this is what the president said, and I quote, unlimited.
Unlimited.
All you can eat ceasefire.
Now, if he didn't, I'm really disappointed in him for not turning that into an ad for Trump Mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Unlimited, like your data on Trump Mobile.
Yeah. Text, talk, and data, unlimited.
Unlimited.
Much like the ceasefire.
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna get into like the Middle East and the president.
Yeah, we're gonna break it all down.
We're gonna break it all down.
We've been studying.
Oh man, and you know what? This is where you seek news on one of those podcasts where you ask yourself, who's this for?
Yeah. I think people, they see the news and they think, I don't know what to think about this. I'll wait until they hear the next episode of Oh Hell Yeah.
What's that little guy and the dirty dude? What are they?
Little guy and the dirty dude.
What do they think? What's the little guy and the dirty dude? What's
Little guy and the dirty dude.
What's the little perv and the coolest dirty dude? What are they doing?
I need them to tell me how to feel about the ceasefire.
What are the Dem Bros? Dem Bros.
Denim bros.
What a Dem Bros, like denim. Democratic Bros.
Okay.
God, we should have really...
We should have thought about the name for like 2 seconds
I
longer.
should have never
but
left it up to you.
We're here.
But we're here. And we accept queers. And we're
and get used to that.
And get used to that.
Spider House Rules. Check it out. Big spider over there. You can't see it on the... But that's a big spider, right?
Oh, yeah. And he's actually just watching.
Yeah.
Our first audience member.
Hell yeah, dude. I've been saying for years, I think spiders would love my shit.
Yeah, you both have similar kind of, you'll eat whatever you catch.
Exactly.
You're always hanging out.
Hanging out.
And you're kind of you lurk in corners, so if you need to be, I guess. Anyway, okay. I was in Vancouver.
That's right. You went to the Couve.
The Couve.
Beautiful Vancouver. Did you get the good weather?
Barely rained.
Okay, that's not bad.
Shout out to Little Mountain Gallery.
Give it up for Little Mountain Gallery.
Great little venue, dude.
Yeah.
Great little venue. It reminded me of like a New York Comedy Club kind of thing. It had like a nice little black box theater. Comedy club. Would I have wanted more people to come out?
Don't we all?
But I told them, you know what? Only sell 25 tickets. And
That's his max.
And after that, give them back their money.
They're not welcome.
They're not welcome. Get them out.
These shows are intimate.
They're gonna throw me. The laughs throw me.
Yeah.
I'm the only comedian where the laughs throw me.
Yeah, I kind of need the room to be half empty.
Yeah, and I really would love for all you to check your phones, and not to gear up the camera to take a picture, just to figure out what your Uber move is next.
Yeah, and I like to ask the wait staff to do the check drop 10 minutes in, 20 minutes in, 30 minutes in.
Yeah,
as often as possible.
Yeah,
drop a check, ask them if they need anything.
Drop a check after every item.
Every item.
If you can please drop a check after every item. The show was fun. A lot of great comics were on the show. Has a lot of laughs. Let's. At first, I thought the trip. Let's take the show out of it. Let's
take the show out of it.
Let's just talk about the trip, what people can relate to. Because as artists, you guys know what it's like up there, grinding, making bits, making people laugh.
Creating
crowds
content,
of people. Yeah,
holding court.
So leave on a Thursday, come back on a Sunday. They both started and ended with an odd moment. I don't know how to quite take it, but so we're flying Air Canada on the way to Vancouver. Me, the wife, the dog.
Oh, Franklin got to see Vancouver.
He's been to Canada more than most Americans.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So we get on the plane. Next to me, a small little Asian woman. I'm going to Vancouver. Hey.
Par for the course.
Bound to happen.
Sure.
No, listen. I'm an easygoing guy.
Sure. Yeah, in a way.
Even me saying that made me feel uneasy. I'm an uptight
You're
kind of guy.
You're an uneasygoing guy.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I meant to say. I'm an uptight kind of guy.
Yeah.
I won't accept everything. Right? I look down upon most. And I look up to none.
Yes.
But the woman sat next to me. Smalls can be a little person. Almost legally dwarf.
Over 5 feet?
Under 5. Under 5 foot. There's a woman next to me, Asian, under 5 feet. She can make a case.
Short queen.
She can make a case to get a placard for easy parking.
Okay.
Small.
Very small.
Very small.
Teeny tiny little lady.
But don't let that deceive you.
Age guesstimation?
It's hard with older Asian women. She could have been 5. She could have been 118.
Okay, somewhere between 5 and 118. Somewhere between 410 and 411.
The size throws you. They're little, but but then you look closer, like, oh, you've seen things.
Yeah.
Anyway, the woman sitting next to me on the way to Vancouver.
Is she in the window seat?
She's in the aisle.
Okay, she's in the aisle.
I'm sitting in the middle seat, wife in the window with the dog. This woman, small Asian woman, could have been in her 60s, in the aisle seat. Quiet as can be. Mm-hmm. All I hear is, I'm sitting there halfway through the flight. All I hear is, open mouth burp.
I love this lady.
Now listen, am I uptight about gases coming from the pit of your stomach into my exact vicinity? Maybe.
I would pay money to have video footage of your face when she did that.
Call me a stickler, but I just hate the smell of whatever you ate 10 hours ago coming out of your damn body. Not only once, happened twice.
Twice.
Full open mouth burp.
This
time I looked right at her.
Yeah.
This time I looked at my wife and like, what the hell was that? And then I looked over and almost like she knew, I turned my head. Like a little belt dragon.
Like two of them back to back, or were they spaced out?
Spaced out.
Okay.
Just face forward, raw dog in the flight.
Like Homer Simpson.
Just like tongue flaring. I was disgusted at the least.
Yeah.
Impressed at the most.
Sure.
And you know what? I went from this to be like, this person is rude. Mm-hmm. This person is slightly gross. This person might have some sort of, might be on the spectrum where she doesn't understand that this is actually...
Could be experiencing some sort of social disorder.
Yeah, very uncouth, right? Not by their own accord, but they may not know this.
Yeah.
And then I went slowly into impressed and jealous.
Yeah.
To be like, wow, to have that kind of freedom.
To feel that free.
To feel that free to say, you know what, I've got to let this rip. Why hold it in?
Yeah, I don't want to keep this in my tummy. Not fair to my tummy.
Doesn't stop there.
No.
Now listen, this is speculative.
Now, hold on. Was this before or after beverage service?
This is pre.
Pre-beverage. So she doesn't even have like ginger ale as an excuse?
Sorry, I take it back. She ordered a tea.
Okay,
And
so
then
not even carbonated.
It just all came out.
Wow.
Now listen, we're a bunch of liberal guys. I'm not here to
Unless CPAC's asking.
unless
then
CPAC's
we'd love to be it next to your CPAC.
Yeah, or APAC. If you guys want to just
Freedom Caucus, Tea Party, convention, whatever, dude.
Anybody,
if
really.
you're going to pay us.
Honestly, if you're just a Republican man with some cash, we'll
come and say whatever you want, brother.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk, if you want us to carry your luggage on the way to a campus so you can fucking debate open-minded liberal kids, we're there.
We're there.
Yeah, you freak. But... God, I don't know how anyone can trust a man with his eyes that close together. No. I really don't.
No, he's a weird looking guy.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not here to like, maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe there's some sort of like, Buddhist kind of cultural thing. Be free with whatever's inside of you, whatever.
Who knows?
But I was grossed out, and then I was impressed, and then I got grossed out again. I was like, I think I can smell what she had, and it's it's garlicky.
Garlic. Oh, wow.
Now, I don't know if this is what she did, but who am I to put this past this person after what she just did?
Yeah.
The aisle next to us is open, free. Yeah. Now, she went over there thinking that maybe she caught a glance from my glance.
So the seats, directly across from me, those seats are all open?
So directly like kitty corner from us, like to our left, all the row is open. Now that
row is open.
The row is meant for staff for like.
Oh, got it.
But to her untrained eye, she didn't know that because we're at the very back.
Yeah. So
she went over there. Now I thought she went over there because she saw that I glanced, I scoffed, I rolled my eyes. I said to my wife, "What the hell is this? This is disgusting. It's gas from the pit of her stomach."
I don't think a lady who's letting those burps rip is giving a shit if you look
or socially that aware.
Exactly.
So she went over there. Started stretching. Mm-hmm. Okay. Stretching. In
standing up on the seat doing a
dude, I'm not kidding. Stretching. She put her leg up on one of the legs and just kind of like stretched it out a little bit. Little person, so she's
got the full range of motion.
And I'm convinced that she put her leg up, bent over, and I thought I heard a fart. Now listen.
It's so easy to get away with farting on a plane, to lift up so that everybody can hear it.
Oh, yeah. To telegraph.
Yeah.
To telegraph a fart
to call your shot.
to Babe
Like
Ruth.
your Babe Ruth of
To
farting.
Babe Ruth, your fart, to like point your butt out and be like right there. I don't know that she farted. There's only one way to know is to walk over there and get a whiff, but I've already had enough whiffs from the pit of her stomach.
Of course, yeah.
And I thought, no. Then I thought, wait a second. This woman just open mouth dragon burped right next to me in a plane.
She could have.
So maybe she did. Anyway, so then we landed, and then Frankie, or my dog Franklin, is like on the floor underneath the seat, passed out. He's a very good dog. Our dog we fly with is so good. So when the announcements came on, seatbelts came off, we're at the back of the plane, everyone's getting off. Our dog emerged, and I will say the dragon burp lady was very, very happy there was a dog there. And she had an enjoyment and a glee in her face I can only attribute to the mentally handicapped or children. So I was like, maybe she didn't know what she was doing.
Yeah.
She was like, ooh, dog. Oh. I was like,
Did she not see the dog until you landed?
no.
Okay,
And then another Vietnamese lady who came out of nowhere was like, boy or girl. I'm like, boy. She was nice to the dog, mean to us.
Yeah.
How long he sleep there for? I'm like, he could do 5 hours. Oh, okay. What if he needs to pee? I'm like, he does it before, he does it after. Like,
That's a good question though. What's the longest flight you ever took him on?
5 hours. 5
And
hours.
he just held it?
Oh, well, he pees before. We have to make sure he pees before.
Yeah, of
we
course.
make sure we give him a lot of water before on the way, and then before we get into the airport.
Is there somewhere in the airport, or you do it
Yeah, they
before
have
you?
a dog. They have a pet relief center
Nice.
where you
okay.
can, and we also carry a pad with us just in case. So then we land. Now, I often like to visit. Whenever I go, I like to shop. Obviously, I like clothes. I'm a man.
Sure.
I'm a man of the cloth. That's
A
how
man
that
of the
works.
cloth. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a man who loves certain textiles, if you could say. So I wanted to go to the Shop Vancouver to see our friend TJ.
Of course.
TJ Schneider, Shop Vancouver. If you get a chance, some of the best menswear in the city.
Also,
Salvage denim, leather.
cool motorcycles.
Cool motorcycle, just a cool all around guy. And the problem is, he's leaving to go to Paris the next day. The shop closed at 5:30. We land at 3:30. I got the rental car. I wanted to say goodbye. I also want to check out some stuff.
Of course.
So we dropped off our stuff at the hotel downtown Vancouver, and like, let's just go right to I want to say goodbye to my friend, and we'll grab food. She said, okay. Now, Courtney, my wife, her perception of Vancouver was shaped by a friend of ours who's like, it's full of crackheads, it's crazy, it's dirty.
What an insane thing to say about Vancouver.
But he's only right,
If you drive down Hastings,
which is right next to where,
the shop is. Yeah.
and that's the first place we went.
Perfect.
Now, I want everyone to know the city of Vancouver is beautiful. It's scenic, it's clean, it's nice. But there is one street that is, much like your dreams, a zombie apocalypse.
Yes.
It is, imagine the Tenderloin, but almost on par.
It's the Tenderloin, but more concentrated.
Yes, right. Yeah, yes. And when I drove you down it, even I was like, I haven't driven down these years, and we were both kind of like, holy crap.
Yeah,
that was a
it's
lot.
gnarly, you know.
So I take the wife there, and the shop is on the edge of that. And it didn't even occur to me to like, maybe my wife doesn't want to see a guy with a crack pipe or people screaming half naked. As we pull onto a street close by, she's like, why is she jumping in a dumpster? I was like, who? Like, oh, God. And then it started to emerge. Like, almost like in The Last of Us, when they suddenly just wake up, they all started coming around and just kind of and my wife was like, where is this place? It was her first impression of the city.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I
Nowhere to go but up from there.
I guess. Definitely a lot of uppers. But anyway, so we pull into the shop, we hang out, and then we take them to the same place we went to, get food local, that patio.
Nice, yeah.
And it kind of cleansed their palate. But Gastown, where we were, is full of tourists, like tourists. Like people just got off a cruise ship. They're walking around or looking up, whatever. Like most people who live in really cool cities. We don't want to be where the tourists are. I don't want to am I taking your friend to Hollywood Boulevard?
No.
Or the Grove?
Well, what movie's playing?
That's true. But anyway, like in terms of first impressions, it's like,
Yeah.
so her first impression was either crackheads or
Tourists.
Now, I'm not one to make fun of anyone's physical sort of like addictions, but she saw the crack. There's like this sort of like heroin hunch people have.
Oh yeah, the lean, the junk. Yeah.
What is that?
I think that's being on opiates.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because there's guys.
Because you're like barely conscious enough to stay standing, but you're like kind of asleep.
Is that what it is?
looks
I thought it was like
Yeah.
a muscle relaxing thing.
It's probably a little bit both.
Because we saw people walking in such an acute angle, a right-angled people. I couldn't even fathom how they, like, she was like, why is he walking? My wife isn't innocent. She's like, wow, look at that. This guy was like so punched over, you couldn't even lift his head. He's just looking at the ground, holding bags. And I was just like, my wife was so free. One of my biggest fears is to walk by someone smoking crack. You get a whiff of the crack, and then you become a crackhead.
That is how it happens.
That is how it happens. Yeah, it's
That's
just
what
kind of a
happened to
mist,
Hunter
and it just kind of overtakes you like a fog. Anyway, I had to really recover her sort of view of the city. And then the next day, we went to a bunch of shops and kind of kept it like in nice areas, like the places we went to and stuff like that. And then she went to nice restaurants. We had some of the best sushi I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
Great restaurants. She's like, oh, I really warmed up to that. Just that initial feeling of the place was like, oh, whoa, this is bad. Anyway, fast forward. The show was great. We wake up the next day, get some coffee. That's Saturday, and we have a nice full day. Sushi, Italian restaurant. It was magnificent. The next day we go back to LA. Now listen, I'm not
Same woman on the plane?
No, I wish.
Yeah.
I wish, because I just want to get to know her more. Just
Sure,
like
yeah.
I've already smelt her gases. So, customs.
Oh, right. Okay.
Now I'm a U.S. citizen, guys.
He's a U.S. citizen,
All right,
but because of this podcast, a bit of a target on his back.
Listen, I served this country.
Yes.
All right,
Jury duty.
It was a jury duty. Said I was racist, got out of it. But
Nothing more American than
That's
that.
more American than that. To get out of a government obligation with
By
racism,
being racist?
that's actually it's kind of. I think.
Yeah, at this point, I think you might get a job.
Yeah, maybe a high up one.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be in the administration.
I'm telling you, if we tried for like a week, we could be
You
in
know
the
what? If we just gave. If Cash Patel just gave one listen and said, you know what, these guys are kind of my guys.
Come on, Cash, come on the pod.
Cash.
And then release the files. Which files am I talking about? All of them.
Cash.
Get 'em out there.
Epstein did kill himself. I'm with you, Cash.
Sure.
Sure. Why wouldn't you?
Come on.
Yeah.
Give me the files.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whatever you say, just give me the files.
When you're on Rogan and you wore 100% dry fit, I loved it.
Was he really wearing all dry fit? That's... God damn it.
Like, you just went full dry fit athleisure.
Hell yeah,
I was like, hey,
brother.
listen, I get it's a Cash pod, but it's also the most watched pod.
I ran
in
here
Amer-
from my hotel.
Yeah, I've literally been running from the deep state, and I ran right into this, into this podcast studio in this fortress. Anyway, my heart's fluttering a little bit. Naturally, as a Canadian-born U.S. citizen, I'm always gonna have apprehensions at the border, even though I'm 1,000%. But you can't help but you fly around TikTok and Instagram. And you're like, ooh, man, ICE is
Although last time we came back, it was no problem.
yes. But it's all to the discretion of the. Now, listen, as an American citizen, they cannot turn me away at all. They have my full right to be there for any reason. The only thing they can do is question me or detain my phone or my laptop. But even then, they would need some suspicion that I'm involved in some sort of like reason to do that, because it's a huge inconvenience and it's a huge breach of personal property and surveillance and privacy. But who cares?
Right.
Take it.
Take it.
Anyway, so we get called over. So me and the wife are waiting, and then there's two customs officers call us over. One behind, one in front. Now, if you don't know, there's like staggered little kiosks or whatever. My thought was, go towards the brown guy in the back. He gets it.
Yeah.
Similar tints.
Yeah.
But instead, we walked towards the bald, blue-eyed, ripped guy with a mustache.
I don't...
Now, if I can say one
You're
thing,
asking for trouble.
now if I can say one thing about the man, I will say, reminded me of Johnny Sins. He looked creepishly like Johnny Sins.
Jerry Sins is his brother.
Now, if you don't know Johnny Sins, a man of many hats.
Sure, a lot of jobs. This guy.
A lot of jobs. And one of them I didn't know was customs office.
Customs, yeah. Oh,
So-
I could imagine.
Oh, man.
We're gonna have to search.
Secondary screening.
Yeah. Okay.
To
All
a
right.
mirror, everyone's watching. Looked very much like Johnny Sins, who is, you know what? God bless the guy. You know, out there just doing what we can't.
Yeah.
Doing what we could. If we could.
I mean, we could if we wanted
to. Yeah, but we're tied down.
We're just.
And
We're not built like that. We're,
Yeah.
we love our
I had
wife
to
and
get
our
myself
girlfriend.
off the market because it was just getting too crazy out there. Too many numbers, too many stories, too many lies to keep up. So, tell me what you think of this. We walk up. He just said, "We go, hello, how are you?" Doesn't acknowledge us. Okay, fine. I think
Perfect,
they're.
great start.
I think they're trained to like
Yeah.
not show any pleasantries because if they can't be like, "Hey, how are you?" It's like it's
Yeah, they're gonna be hard asses.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
They want to scare you a little bit.
yeah, one to be like, I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Which is odd because if you were my friend, you could be a little. And what would you do in there? Oh no, wait, what's that like?
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it's pretty good actually.
Yeah, somebody gave us a bunch of fentanyl to smuggle back in. Don't tell anybody.
No way. Can I see it? Anyway, so we walk up and we say, hello, how are you, sir? He just looked at us like this. And he goes, look in the camera to my wife. And then he told me, he goes, look at the camera. Where do you guys live? I go, Los Angeles. Where? And I go, Highland Park. We both say Highland Park at the same time. He's like, what? Highland Park. He's like, oh, you're both saying it at the same time. Where? And I go, I'll say Highland Park. He's like, okay. I go, do you not want to see my passport? He's like, no. I go, we have a dog. We have the paperwork for like, it's fine. Go. I've never, ever crossed the border without having my passport looked at.
Interesting.
Now, I'm not under the illusion. I'm not naive enough to think like, how do you can't put the face to the name? It's the U.S. government. I've signed up for TSA pre. I had to upload my passport to my flight to the airlines. Facial recognition's never been better. They don't need. This is just a formality. It's just a light pleasantry. It's just like, hey,
that's fucking
and I didn't.
scary.
I didn't take off my hat.
You didn't even take off your hat. I'm gonna show up in a Groucho glasses with a big fake nose and see if they notice.
Yeah, I identify as an old timey comic. But anyway, a piece of me felt a little scared about that, but also another piece felt kind of relieved in that. Well, in a weird way, it's kind of like when a friend tells you a secret, and you're like, I guess you trust me.
Yeah.
Okay.
They definitely know who I am.
I didn't know you guys.
And they're not worried about it.
And you kind of trust me.
I guess.
And I felt kind of like flattered. I felt flattered that he didn't check my passport. It's like, get in there.
Just come on.
Get in there. It's like, it must be like being a hot chick when you get into a bar. Like, they don't check your ID. You're so hot, I can't say no.
America thinks you're a hot ass babe,
America's
dude.
just like, get in there.
Get in there already.
Get in.
The ratio's terrible. Get in there.
Get in the hurry. Get in the duty free hurry.
Come on.
Get out of there. I gotta grill this old Asian lady who's been burping in line.
He she burps right in his face, and he's like, all right, second screening.
Well, clearly you've been living in America for quite some time. Like, get in there, all right? You little Asian freak. But didn't check it, whatever. I guess in his mind, he's like, listen, we got all... I'm curious when he presses that button to snap our photo, what does he have on his screen?
I'd love to know.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
That'd be-
It must be all my IDs. It must be like...
It's probably your passport picture. It's probably the last picture they took of you. So they probably see the picture from our trip home from Vancouver. I bet they got that in there.
Right, point of entry.
Height, weight.
Yeah, probably.
Last time you jerked off, probably in there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably. I don't
Probably.
know. I'm just curious.
Costco membership.
And I'm kind of dancing between a guy who's like, you can't have my information, to like, I don't know. This is the reality I live in. Take it. Fuck. I don't know. It's not like I'm not willingly giving it to fucking Meta.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
And anyone who will give me 15% off my first purchase.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, who am I to be a stickler to the government and be like, hey man, you can't have my information. I'm giving it to Adidas and to Under Armour and to like fucking Meta and to like all these
so that they can sell it to you later.
Yeah. So like, okay. And I'm not doing anything nefarious. I'm fucking just whatever. And they do sell as convenience when you get like you're clear or whatever. I'm like, I've already given. It's not like they're not talking to each other. The TSA and to border security. They're clearly communicating.
They must be, but also they're different. I don't know. They're different.
They are.
They're different entities. Yeah, but certainly they're communicating, but they're different entities. And as I get older, like just in like work stuff, I guess it's different because it's, a low stakes job. But no one, even people who work in the same office, are not talking to each other.
Yeah, but this is national security.
Okay. It's still a bunch of ding-dongs.
Yeah, I know, but if they can't be like, so wait a second, you let a terrorist in? Well, yeah, I'm not sharing my information with you. You got to ask for
that's
it.
Good. That's good. They all those 9/11 guys got in.
It's a different time now, though.
I guess. Yes, it is. We didn't even have Homeland Security then.
Yeah,
I guess.
back then, you could literally just walk in with holding a knife.
Isn't that nuts? You could just like walk up to a gate, man.
Pre 9/11, I listen. We're not old enough to know what it was like.
Not really. I think I only went on one flight pre 9/11.
Me too, but like pre 9/11, like did TSA even exist pre 9/11?
I think TSA.
You must have went through a metal detector.
Yeah, I think you went through a metal detector.
But then, how did they get?
But they definitely, you could just be like, I'm just gonna go meet my friend, and they'd let you in.
Oh yeah, can I just say goodbay to my friend at the gate?
Yeah,
go in and get in there. Yeah, don't get on the plane unless there's a seat.
Please, come on,
get in there.
No funny business over there. All right, it's all honor system.
Are you? Man, you must be got a lot of clocks on you. I can hear some ticking. Your watch is really loud, isn't it?
When you run here, you're sweating.
I can hear your heart. You hear a ticking time bomb. Is that a lit wick? Nah, it's probably just from a cigarette.
Oh, you dropped your box cutter.
Whoop. Firecrackers, huh? All right. But anyway, so I was a little freaked out about that. I was a little bit like, man, I didn't know what to feel like. I felt like they just let me, like my whole life, I've never had a customs officer never just look at my passport. Now, granted, the passport, looking at the passport is just a formality. He has all you need is scan your face, put it in the computer. The computer has, there's your passport, there's your driver's license, there's your social security number, there's the last time you entered this airport, there's a lot when you left. It could have all these pictures of us and be like, hey, just say one thing that's accurate. Where do you live? LA, great. Because if I said Hawaii, like, well, that's not what I have here.
That's going to cause some trouble.
Anyway,
did you have any trouble going in?
No, none.
Don't take the train unless you want to get hassled.
Yeah, unless we get
learn that one the hard way.
Unless we want to get a free feel up.
Yeah.
I
got felt up.
So when I was away, bombs were flying.
Bunker
busters. Bunker busters were dropping.
Bunghole busters, bunker busters.
And we're already getting a ceasefire.
Bronco buster. Hey, already a ceasefire.
Hey, I'll take it, baby.
Hey, World War III's over? Question mark. Fingers crossed.
Much like a TikTok, it kind of came and went.
Let's hope so. Fingies crossed.
Netanyahu, what? Netanyahu, you got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. You got to cut it out.
Iran, you did not run at all. You stay there and fixed it. You guys are back to being friends.
You go run to the off switch on that nuclear program.
Yeah. Well, it's funny how wars just kind of come and go really quickly. It's like social media or content. It kind of fleet.
It's true. We used to,
wars used to last years.
TV shows used to be 26 episodes. Wars lasted 25 years.
10, 15, 20 years. They defined a generation. Now wars are just kind of like a blip in the weekend.
Kind of like I get 6 episodes of this war? Come on.
I just started. When are you going to shoot this again?
Now I got to wait 2 years for the next 6 episodes of this war?
And TV, much like wars, they're never in America. They're always overseas.
They're always, everything's filmed overseas.
Everything's shooting overseas.
Everything's shooting overseas.
They're just like TV. TV.
Just like TV, just like the floor.
Yes.
They only film it in Ireland for some reason.
For some reason, all the good shows and wars are overseas. But there is a war happening in the country. But it's so much more better when it's overseas. Now, here's something I want to ask you about. So we attacked Iran. By we, I mean the president.
Me personally.
Didn't need
Me personally, I flew one of the drones.
Didn't need congressional approval. Red tape.
This is a classic. Well, this is one he learned from George W. Bush. If you don't call it war, you don't need to ask permission.
Oops.
Hey, that wasn't war.
Kind of like the fuckboy way of doing things. Hey,
Hey, whoa.
We're not a couple. We're just hanging out.
Whoa. Who said war?
We're not.
I just bombed you.
Yeah, I just dropped a bomb on you.
I just dropped a bomb on you.
We're just kind of exchanging.
Yeah. Can't we just live in the moment? Why do we have to define? Why do we have to bring terms into this like war or genocide?
I exploded all over you, then you did to me.
And then I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah, we're not a war.
What do you want to meet my mom?
No. What do you want to meet my maker? No. We're just kind of like
it's casual.
Yeah, it's like a weekend fling war, not a war. We're not gonna put labels on it like 2 or 3.
No.
You know?
No.
We're just having fun.
Situationship.
Yeah. We're a warship.
Warship situation ship.
So, you bomb some bunkers, and I was looking at the problem with us being men of a certain millennial age is that we don't want war. But
of course not.
We don't want war, but you watch a breakdown of those stealth bombers and how they do things, and there's the kid in you that played
airplanes are cool. That's the problem. Airplanes are cool, and they made airplanes the ones that drop the bombs. They look so cool.
It looked like the bat.
They're bad. I wish we didn't. I wish they didn't exist.
Yes,
but
they're badass.
They do look like Batman made them.
It's so hard.
They look like Wayne Industry airplanes.
I don't want war, but when you show me what the things in war can do, you're like, that's so sick.
Look at that.
That's so sick.
Yeah, and I grew up, indoctrinated into the Boeing sort of war propaganda machine because I just had all sorts of like Boeing. My dad worked at Boeing.
Like models.
Yeah, models, just like merch, Boeing, just like cool planes. I still think the planes are cool.
Yeah.
I wish we could drop peace with those planes.
Yeah, or at least, or maybe like vapes or Zins.
Baby, bury me in Zins.
God forbid rations or anything to help the poor.
Yeah, do they have Zins in Iran?
Yeah.
Have we thought about bringing Zins to Iran?
Yeah. Are you allowed to have? I mean, I know most women don't have rights, but do you?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Can you keep haram? Or wait, haram is bad. Can you keep halal?
Harambe? Is that the ape?
Harambe different.
Harambe good.
Harambe good.
Haram bad?
Haram bad, if I understand correctly. And I don't.
I don't really know what's going on in Iran. I just know that Persians be fighting.
Yeah. I know that America's been mad at Iran for a long time, but that's...
Yeah. I don't know.
I know that at some point in the 70s, Iran...
Didn't they capture one of our...
They kidnapped a bunch of people.
Yeah. There was
Not exactly. We shouldn't... I don't know. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah. I do know the word Ayatollah sounds fun.
Yeah. I know. Ayatollah, I mostly know from like Simpsons jokes.
Yeah, me too. And it does kind of sound like a wrestler character. The Ayatollahs.
Ayatollah, really a good word.
Iron Sheik was kind of like Ayatollah.
Yeah, Ayatollah, Iron Sheik. Yeah.
But anyway... So it's hard for me because I'm like, I don't want war. But when they show me the breakdown of what these stealth bombers do, and I was like, sick. Yeah. So sick. Oh my God. They traveled 20 hours in the night, refueled in the air, and then dropped a bunker buster bomb, weighs 30,000 tons, and it penetrates right through cement, rock, you name it, and explodes underground.
Bunker buster bomb. I mean, just the alliteration alone.
Sounds like Burger King made it.
I think the big beautiful bill should add big buster bunker bomb and Burger King.
The big beautiful bill for bunker buster bombs and Burger King. A lot of bees. Bees be wild. Bees be wild. So here's something. Now, obviously, anything can happen in the next week. This episode's coming out soon.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
We might be full-blown wartime by then. Who knows?
We might be drafted.
We might be. God, I can't get drafted. I'm supposed to go to Italy. I'm supposed to go to Italy in like 6 days. I can't.
Well, they're like, great. You'll pay for your flight there. You're already there. We could use you. Just a hop, skip, and a jump to fucking Iran.
Honestly, if there were a time for America to start a global world war, maybe while I'm in Italy is the best time. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'll be here.
But I mean, for me, anyways. Not to.
If we get drafted, I mean,
we're too old to get drafted, aren't we?
No, well, not if. I mean,
I've got to be too old.
Gen
to get
Z
drafted.
aren't going to go.
I mean, if they saw me run a mile, they'd try to draft me anyways.
Yeah.
But I think on paper, I'm way too old. I'm definitely fit enough. Don't ever repeat that to anyone if the draft starts. But I'm definitely fit enough.
Very fit, unless you look at his
Robbed
body.
a home run in an adult kickball league. You think I can't do military stuff? I probably can't.
Listen, to anyone in the military who is in the recruitment center listening today, and I know you are because you're looking at what the youth like to listen to.
Sure, yeah.
If
Trying
there is
to
a
keep up with the
draft,
kids.
I just want you to know that whatever I list online as my height, I'm overshooting
Yeah,
it. I'm
we're
fine.
lying.
I'm legally a midget. I'm dwarf.
He's a little person.
I'm a little person.
He's a little person.
and you can't have me out there.
And he can't do a backflip.
Unless you need me to run around and like go through a foxhole and grab a bomb or something. But even then, I'm legally, I'm disabled.
He's got medically diagnosed butterfingers.
Yes.
So he's not going to be able to run in there and grab anything.
Legally, a doctor would think I am legally stunted.
Legally stunted.
He's like. I've had doctors say that I should not be running around open fields in case of large predatory birds.
He said that. So imagine him in war.
Yeah,
Not
an
good.
owl, any kind of raptor could just scoot me up. And
No.
do you want that guy in your battle?
No, you don't.
No.
And you don't want me because a doctor told me that if I don't have 100 chicken wings a week, I'll die.
This guy will eat the rations, and your soldiers will be.
It's gonna be a problem.
He's a fat guy in a regular guy's size
The
body.
amount of food you're going to have to pay for just to sustain me, it's not worth it.
No, you're wasting your food on this guy.
You're wasting your food
There's
and your
guys out there
money.
that can run on less. He needs more.
I need way more than you'd think.
Don't pick him. Or
I've already
me.
had 3/4 of a pound of ground beef today.
Yeah. And don't pick anyone in the alt comedy scene either. They're not going to do anything.
No,
Yeah.
you want to win this war?
yeah. You don't want them to be like, oh,
Yeah.
what's the pronouns of the person I'm shooting? I want to get it right. You
They don't
definitely
even believe in punchlines.
You definitely want the Austin comedy scene to be drafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make Joe Rogan put that money where his mouth is.
Yeah. Get pump him full of alpha brain and get him out there.
Get
He's
him
already
out
got the
there.
weapon. He's
Get
got
him
the
out there.
crossbow.
And who's? I mean, if you want somebody who's going to lead like 200,000 young men into battle,
yeah.
it's going to have to be Joe Rogan.
Yeah, of course. They already know how to use monkey bars. They're already using calisthenics. And you don't even cook the meat. They love it so
They
blue.
love it raw.
So get him out
They
there.
want it raw. Just get him a couple ice baths.
Yeah.
Some alpha brains. Some
Yeah,
Zins.
get him out. The whole Austin comedy scene would love to
Yeah,
be there.
would-
All you got to do is just get a Mothership Comedy Club in one of the bunkers, and,
Yeah.
and they're there.
And we're
You'll have
good.
so many guys just yelling racial slurs, ready to do a 5-minute set. And give them a gun and tell them to get out there.
It's an open mic. An open mic in Iran. It's a bucket. To get your name in the bucket, you got to do one tour.
Yeah. I would say get the contestants on Kill Tony, but a lot of them have a mental disability, so I don't condone that.
Yeah, let's not. That feels predatory, much like
Yeah.
Kill Tony.
Yeah, I would not do that. But anyway, one thing I'm a little worried about, I will say, and all jokes aside, another great name of the pod. Fuck, all jokes aside would have been nice.
All jokes aside, yeah, that's actually is kind of good. Isn't it?
All AJS.
Adges.
Oh, anyway.
No, AJA. Aja.
Aja. Oh, AJA. Aja.
Aja.
Aja. Anyway,
That was not a specific accent of any kind. You can't cancel us for that.
Iran did say they would activate 1,000 sleeper cells that are currently in the United States. Now, that's one thing I am worried about. And I
Okay.
was thinking in the back of my mind when we were flying about, like, what
Yeah.
if, So I will
What
say...
if I get that text while I'm on the plane? Is that what you were worried
Yeah,
about?
what if they finally call my number?
Yeah.
But I will say, the one thing I am not worried about, premature, knock on wood,
Okay.
does the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, all these government entities are here to keep us safe, FBI, whatever. Do they probably know who these sleeper cells are? Yes. Can they make sure that these guys don't do nefarious or terroristic sort of deeds or crimes against the American people? Hopefully. But I will say this. If these sleeper cells are integrated within American society and they get summoned to do a terroristic attack, and they've been here for 5, 10, 15 years, and they've been ingratiated in America, I'll be honest with you guys, I think they're going to be busy.
They might be busy.
They're like, hey, oh, no, I'm doing get ready with me videos for TikTok. Oh, come on.
The algorithm needs me to post 10 times a day.
Oh, no, I got summoned. I'm a sleeper cell. I just got summoned. Or like, are you serious? I'm kind of training for a half marathon. Because these sleepers have been integrated in American society, and they're just like us.
They're just like us. Maybe.
They're overworked and busy.
Yeah, oh, they're so busy. They're just trying to pay their rent. These sleeper cells, they've had to take on third jobs.
These sleepers are like, kickball finals. I'm in a kickball league, and we're in the finals. I just got sleeper cell called.
I finally got off the wait list for the good paint and sip in my town.
And boom, the Ayatollah needs me to blow myself up.
Now it's my job to bathe everyone in the blood of the infidels. Great.
I literally just got Red Sox tickets. I've been on the waiting list for 15 years. Are you fucking kidding me?
I finally got my season tickets.
Are you fucking kidding me? Ayatollah needs me now?
Come on.
Allah needs me now?
Now? Jaron Duran is just catching fire. Now Allah needs me?
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious? My God. I literally just passed the last level of UCB training.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to...
Herald auditions are next week.
And I'm summoned now by the Ayatollah? Come on. Are you fucking kidding me? I know this, honey. This is why I hate being part of a terror syndicate. Is that they only call you when they need you.
It's like they know you finally got a reservation to Carbone.
What the fuck, man? You know how hard is it to get in there?
Come
on. Oh, okay. I get past at the mothership, and now I gotta go.
Now I gotta do this.
Okay, I gotta tell Adam Egget that I can't fucking perform on Friday anymore because I'm gonna go blow myself up in a fucking government building. Great. Couldn't have asked me when I had jury duty.
No. You hadn't asked me when Mark Maron asked me to do one of the last 10 podcasts I'll ever do.
Okay. All right. My kid just got into this school. We were waiting for fucking weeks, and now I got to go fuck off and die? Great.
Come on.
These sleeper cells must be pissed.
They got to be pissed.
Because they're in American life.
Yeah.
They're doing things like me and you.
They are. They're driving around.
They're
really excited for the new Sabrina Carpenter album.
Yeah, I literally just got a big get on my podcast. I just got a third camera. We're kind of killing it.
I've got one payment left on this Peloton.
Are you serious?
You couldn't have done this right after I started the payment plan?
I'm about to flip it on Facebook Marketplace, and now I gotta go.
Now I
gotta fucking blow myself up.
Couldn't have been 6 months ago when I owed Klarna $6,000 for Chipotle bowls I ate a month ago. I pay that down, and now
I get something.
I gotta go.
Thanks.
Great.
Couldn't have done it when I was like breaking up with my girlfriend, going through a rough patch. Would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
I literally called you guys. You guys need me right now. I'm at the lowest I've ever been. Tell me to blow myself up.
Please tell me now.
But no, you gotta call me when I literally just matched with this girl on Hinge who's such a 10.
And I was so close to working up the courage to ask out that barista.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Now?
Oh God. Oh, I literally just paid off all my student debt. And now you gotta blow myself up. Why couldn't I done it?
Grand Theft Auto 6 isn't even out yet. I just got my Switch 2. It came in the mail yesterday.
I graduated from Columbia. I've got all this debt. I literally call my terrorist lead and I go, hey, do you need me at all now? I owe 150 grand. I could just blow myself up and it'd be totally cool. I just need to know if you need.
I just need to know soon.
Yeah, because if you need me in the next 2 years to put myself up, then I won't pay back these loans. I'll just use this money to get a new car and possibly.
Right, because if I do it in the next couple of years, it's like, who cares about a credit score? But if it's going to be more than that.
Because I can go to Europe, I can go down to Fiji, I can do some stuff, have some fun.
It'd be nice to buy a condo.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be here for a while.
Yeah, so
I don't want to pay
Do
rent.
you need me the next couple of years? You must always be ready. Okay, that's not
right,
really
that's
an
not
answer.
helpful.
So you told me when I got into this thing.
That's fine.
All right, I just keep paying the minimums.
Yep. Every month. Every
That's
month.
all I thought about the sleeper cells is like they're gonna be called, but like, what if they're busy?
What if they're in LA? I bet they're stuck in traffic. Am I right?
Right now, there's a sleeper cell right now that's getting the buzz. I mean, like, you want me to get on the 405 at 5 p.m.?
Oh my God.
Are you fucking
You gotta be
crazy?
kidding
I
me.
mean, I love.
Clearly, this guy's never driven to LAX.
Yeah, I mean, I want the death of America like the next
Just as much as the
Iranian
next guy,
terrorist, but I
like,
can't.
You
right?
want me to go from Sherman Oaks to El Segundo
Can't you wait for a long
at
weekend?
3 p.m.?
Can't you wait for a long weekend, like on a Saturday? I mean,
You couldn't have even. I mean, a lot of people had Juneteenth off. You could have called me in that day.
how about the 4th of July?
4th of July
would be nice.
Oh, wouldn't that be so symbolic?
Like, it'd be symbolic. There's no traffic. No one's going to work except for me. Wouldn't that be fun?
That's a nice flourish.
Yeah. Celebrate the flag. Oh, say, can you explode? Yeah. Wouldn't that be fun? Anyway,
Hey,
so
fireworks.
to the sleeper cells out there, I know you watch this podcast. Do us a favor. Before you get called on your mission, can you leave a comment?
Leave a comment.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Put us in the manifesto.
Please.
We got to get in one manifesto.
God, would have been nice for Luigi to include us in the manifesto.
Would it have killed him?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because we started this before that happened.
yeah.
So we might have. We can't say for certain that we were not an influence on
Good
him.
point. I mean, it could be released. And then our first guest.
Cash, release the files. What
Rele-
podcast was
release-
he listening to?
Release Luigi's diary.
Release Luigi's diary and
God.
his Spotify Wrapped.
Yeah, he's probably.
Honestly, we should get our hands on that Spotify Wrapped.
it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably pretty
He
good.
posted it. So come on, he posted it.
Did he post it?
I mean, he probably. I don't know.
Also, the workout routine. Weege.
Drop the workout routine.
Weege. That's definitely intermittent fasting.
God, he's got nothing but time to work out. I bet he's looking fucking shredded in there, dude.
Luigi's never been more ripped.
No,
Never been
and I
more
hope
ripped.
it's, and I bet laying down, sleeping on a hard surface, maybe that helped his back. Maybe he's feeling better than ever. I don't know.
This is the honestly.
Is he? Did they accidentally give him a glow up? He's gonna come out looking like an Adonis.
He's probably so ripped. His back is way better. I heard that he might be closeted. He's probably being his real self now because he's in
let's
among
hope
men.
so.
Let's hope so. Let's hope he can come out of the closet and the cell.
That's all we wish for him.
Yeah.
Just so he can be his true self.
What is happening with him? I think they're
I
trying
don't know.
to kill him.
I do feel like they're kind of suppressing Luigi news.
I think they're trying to actually.
You think somebody's gonna ice him?
No. I think they're actually trying to give him the death penalty.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it like he did federal terrorism.
Terrorism. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I think he just if that guy.
Premeditated. I'm willing to admit he did premeditated murder. No doubt about that.
Yeah, unless you look at the evidence. If you don't look at the evidence,
Unless you look at the real evidence.
Yeah. Anyway, so Vancouver was fun. Then we got scared to get on the plane because I was like, oh, which.
Yeah, when you were all scared, like, wait, when did the India crash happen?
I forget. There was that one survivor.
Yeah, wasn't that nuts?
Didn't he jump
One
out?
guy just walked away.
And I think did he just jump out of a window?
He said that the door, because he was on an exit row.
Yeah.
And the door, he just saw a chance and he went for it and he got
I heard
out.
Air India is or was it Air India? I think it was Air India or something like that.
Something.
I heard their planes are really, really there's duct tape. Some of them are fucked up. One's they got no seatbelts. They're kind of real, kind of like what Spirit used to be.
Before they sold out. Before they went corporate.
I started reading the Yelp reviews. But so it doesn't surprise me that he jumped out of a window or
A door.
A door, yeah.
He did that thing. You know what I think he probably did?
What?
He probably waited till it was just about to hit the ground and then he jumped. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he jumped, so then you're fine. You just roll away.
It is that easy.
That's what I would do if I was in a plane crash. I'd wait till it was almost at the ground,
But
and
once
then
you
I'd
get like
jump.
once you get sucked into like one of the
Yeah,
turbines,
of course. That wouldn't actually work. But that's like it's one of those things you think as a kid. Like, if the plane's going down, I'll just jump up right before we hit the ground.
We gotta wrap this up a little early this time. You got any bits you're working on?
I don't know. I mean, sort of. You know, I got to do it to you. I waited all the way until bits time, baby.
All right, let them rip. This is.
Here comes Eddie's favorite part of the show.
I do like you say them at the end because then it gives me a chance to really take a nap.
Yeah, go ahead. You clock out for a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got some headline jokes. According to findings in an Australian research study, Americans are more vulgar online than Brits or Aussies.
Really?
Yes, and I, for one, call fucking bullshit on those goddamn.
I get it because you're. Yeah.
Yeah. Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton went down early in the first quarter with an Achilles tear. No one could have possibly suspected his only weakness was his Achilles.
There you go.
Did you hear about this? This is actually kind of funny. I wish I'd.
No,
I am going to
preamble?
ask you this. Did you hear JD Vance became the most blocked person on Blue Sky just days after joining the app?
What? Wait. Say that again.
JD Vance joined Blue Sky, which is like, lib Twitter, and within days set the record for the most blocked person on the site.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why did he join Blue Sky? And Blue Sky even a thing anymore?
Yeah, it's in. But he beat the previous record holder, a user named @unsoliciteddickpics.
Oh, really?
Roped you into that one.
I don't know. Is it is this kind of like some sort of like weird kind of like performance art where this is all AI the whole time, or is this all from your head?
This is all me, baby.
This is all you.
This is all me, baby.
Wow, the machines will never replace us. No
way.
No.
Deadly listeria outbreak linked to chicken fettuccine Alfredo sold at Walmart. A spokesman for Walmart assured customers that in the future, purchases of chicken fettuccine Alfredo from Walmart will not cause listeria, only the diarrhea you expect. I got two more here. USDA is developing a potential plan to vaccinate poultry for the bird flu.
Hey, finally.
Yeah, finally. But, skeptics warn it could be all part of a secret plan to unleash an army of autistic chickens on the nation's blackjack tables.
Like they thought about doing it, but they chickened out or something.
They chickened out? Okay, that's kind of fun. Yeah. Okay, here's one. General Mills announced that they will remove all artificial colors from its U.S. cereals and foods. So coming soon from General Mills, Captain Crunch, Oops All Beige.
All right. Let's just move on, please.
That one was my favorite. That's why I did that one.
And
Oops All Beige.
Oops All Beige.
Get it?
I used to know a guy in school named Oops All Beige.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. He was a brown guy. Okay. I don't have any bits. I'm kind of like in a funk, but I will say we talked about. I did mention that there was kind of a joke we had last podcast about I tipped off Ice to go to an escape room.
Yeah.
And they're still in there. And then I just thought about escape rooms in general, and I did this in Van, but I was kind of like, I had a friend of mine who enjoys going to escape rooms. And he asked me, would you ever want to do an escape room? I'm like, I can't think of a more privileged white thing to do than an escape room. It's like, hey, let's pretend our life's in danger. Minorities don't really do escape rooms. It's just like, you're going to let me out, right? And then I thought about this, and then a friend of mine said, you want to do an escape room? And I said, no, are you kidding me? Why would I want to do that? He's like, it's a lot of fun. I'm like, dude, you're 40 with 2 roommates. You need to escape your life. That's the room you need to escape. The room's in your home.
The room is coming from inside the apartment.
Your bedroom you need to escape. And then it kind of brings out whenever I think of escape room, I think of it turns into like a Vietnam vet. Like, I'm trying to escape here, man. This is the room I'm trying to escape. I don't got anything. That's right. I've had better. But that's fine.
Yeah, it's a bit. We're working on it.
Yeah, we're working. None of these can be winners, as you can see. I had a good time. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Thanks for being part of this episode of Oh Hell Yeah. Do us a favor, subscribe, hit the notification bell, let people know about the pod, and new episode every single week. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.